truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up. I see you at the again. While you was sleeping on me, I'm at 40.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's third and short. Rodgers with a keeper, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
26.
Now this time, Rodgers will throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many runs in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers plant their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Green Bay's offense trots back onto the field, and this is a team that has struggled. It's 2 straight losses now, 4-6-1, and it's just looking like it might not be their year. They're going to need to run the table and then probably need a little help as well.
And already their quarterback, their leader, Aaron Rodgers, has powered them to so many playoff appearances when things look bleak. Remember the one year? RELAX. Won the division. Remember when he talked about running the table? Ended up getting to the playoffs, if not winning the division. He said yesterday Well, my focus is Arizona. Then we get Atlanta at home. Then we go to Chicago, a place where we've played pretty well and beaten the Bears a number of times. Then we go and take on the Jets. And then we're home against Detroit. He pretty much has spelled it out again, the path to the playoffs. Can they make it happen one more time with Aaron Rodgers' words?
His first catch, good for 16 and a first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Rodgers being chased out left. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams from 4 yards out. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Chicago getting set to get the ball here again. Looking back to their Thanksgiving victory over Detroit. Look, they're leading the NFC North. They won this one 23-16. And how about the 32-year-old Chase Daniel? He was really good.
He certainly was. 27 of 37, 230 pass yards, 2 touchdowns. One to Taquan Mizell in the second quarter for 10 yards. And how about that 14-yard pass to Tariq Cohen in the fourth? And you notice his touchdown celebration. I'm tired and I need a nap. They got it done in a big way. But one of the reasons Chase Daniel's so valuable to them is he prepares like he's going to start, understands his role, and can play well with limited practice time. All they had were walkthroughs because of the short turnaround from their previous game from Thursday.
Yeah, just his 3rd career start, first in almost 4 years. He did his thing. This is Howard on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. Look at the dance and the juke. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. On first and goal, Howard. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
They get it to him running left. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On third and goal, Trubisky. Powerful running. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
Hang on, you see it? You see it?
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel from 3 yards out. And the Bears are in for 6. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Dancing to his left. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. With that incompletion, need to pass along the note about the Madden Classic, where you can watch some of the best Madden players battle it out for their share of $165 grand. It's live on Twitch, Charles. Starts 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, December 6th through the 8th. I know you'll be tuned in.
Thank you for letting me know the time and the dates. I'm going to mark that down. I will be ready to go because they go at it now. I mean, those battles, those are pretty strong, and I love the imagination that you see in how they play because they don't think like conventional football. They know how to take advantage of any weaknesses of their opponent, and the best part, $165,000 on the line. You and I better hone up our game.
Yeah, some people looking for some early holiday gifts there in the Madden Classic. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, that incompletion has me thinking, the Phillip Rivers last week, I know you saw this. You were working, but he only threw one of those that we just saw. One incompletion the entire game. His first 25 passes were complete.
It was so much fun because I actually saw a highlight, cut up. They put all of them together, one after the other. 25 straight. Mark Brunell had the record previously, 22 straight for Washington in 2006. He goes 28 of 29. And I don't know about you, but that almost sounds more impressive than if he's totally perfect for the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That one blemish, right?
That one blemish really sets it apart and lets you know what he did. 96.6 completion percentage. Good luck trying to break that record, people.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. On first down, they run with Howard. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On second down, here's Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something...
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
There we go. You see it? You see it?
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. Third down here. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Trubisky with the give to Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Switching gears for a second to look at the NFL slate. You know, the bye weeks are now over, Charles. And if you had to pinpoint a couple of teams that are surprising you right now with where they're at, who would that be?
Well, I didn't think Washington would be in first place this late in the year, and they're still hanging in there. But 2 teams that really jump out at me. How about the run the Indianapolis Colts are on right now? And how well Andrew Luck is playing the quarterback position. We don't talk about that enough. They could very well win the AFC South with the play they're playing right now. And how about the Denver Broncos? That was a gutsy win at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are still hanging in there, still hopeful for a wild card spot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They pitch out to Howard. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action. Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right?
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Jonathan Bullard able to drop him for a loss of 4.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
Exactly. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get them. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Prince Amukamara.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it and avoids the contact by sliding. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. Buying time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky being chased out left. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bears will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's running right through it. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on second and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Gotta go.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4.
Feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down. Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary, the start of war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Juicy, keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads. Money over on my head, here lies young.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Good set. All right, two.
Breeze now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Reggie Ragland able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And an alley to run. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On the run, this is Hunt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot defensively. How do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. Mahomes takes it himself, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Throws left side, complete to Brandon Marshall. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. From the gun, it's Breeze. Flush to his right. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. With that incompletion, let's look forward to the rest of the NFL season. You know, a lot of people say the season doesn't really get exciting till after Thanksgiving. Well, what are you looking forward to in the month of December?
I do like that expression because each sport has its own, doesn't it? Teams that are in first place July 4th in baseball, that's who's going to win the division, right? That's one of the old adages. We go on and on, but for me, this is what I'm going to look forward to. The NFC East could be a three-team race. How about the revival of the Chicago Bears? And last but not least, the AFC West is controlled by Kansas City, but the sleeper team, the Los Angeles Chargers.
Boy,
keep an eye on them.
Yeah, they're knocking on the door with just 3 losses. KC with 2. They go play action here on first down. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Breeze to throw on second down. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here we go.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Pass incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Kansas City set to get the football back, and allow me to go back to that Monday night game on November 19th, because that was one of the most talked about games in recent memory, 54-51. How fun was that?
It was a blast, and here's the best part. It was anticipated, that game, right? Think of the last time you anticipated a game that highly in the NFL. And those two put on a show beyond our expectations. And Patrick Mahomes, he may have thrown the interceptions late, but I think he walked out of that game with the rest of the league and anyone who watches football saying, we could very well have a transcendent type of a quarterback right in front of us right now.
Yeah, no doubt. And going against Goff on the other side, man, was it fun. So now for KC, you look ahead. They're going to Oakland after the open week. Then home for Baltimore before a big one, Week 15 against the Chargers.
Yeah, they can't have any type of a letdown because they're trying to hold on to first place in the AFC West. So this open week, this late in the season, could not have come at a better time for them.
Well, CD, looking back to Thanksgiving, we had the typical triple header. Did you enjoy while digesting the turkey and pie?
I certainly did, and I think I'm still digesting the turkey and pie. But, you know, you have the traditional ones. You have the Lions who host and the Cowboys who host, and the Lions hosted the Bears this year. And despite the fact the Bears didn't have their starting quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, how about what Chase Daniel did? They went in there and took the measure of the Lions for the second time in a 3-game span. And then the Cowboys against Washington. I thought that was a terrific game, and Dallas got a much-needed win.
Yeah, Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns, and all of a sudden they're sitting atop the NFC East.
Yeah, they're tied with Washington, and they split their season series. So a lot of football left to be played in that division. And, of course, we finished it all up. Atlanta at New Orleans. And how strong and how hot are the Saints?
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will walk.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Gets fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. He's going to fire one deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Easy.
Now Breeze. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the... Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Reggie Ragland. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And now running right through it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Mahomes now on first down. On target over the middle to Hill. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Alex Okafor in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will knot us up at 10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Yellow lady.
Back now here live in New Orleans. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Breeze going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Buying time to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's when the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion. Yeah,
Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Shifts by him. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Breeze now on first down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Reggie Ragland in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Breeze now. And this will be incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Mahomes going to throw it here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hill. 23 yards on the play. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good-sized play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught, and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Now Hunt. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eli Apple. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Breeze to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. And give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.
on that beat.
Addicted to balling, I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to balling. I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my ends. I pull up in my pants, flexing, counting my bands. Started getting money. I see how it feels to be rich. I live by the beach now. That's how I should live. Since I was a toddler, I knew that I would become this. I cannot move slow. That's a big no. Gotta chase this money, bankroll after big bankroll. I must get this money. I must get this money. I must get this money, get this money, get this money. I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to balling. I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my ends.
Got 100, I need bands. Now look at my dance. What is my jam? Run and get you that bands. Turning that party up. Used to have a my Nautica. You know the money be calling up. Friend, I'm tryna all of ya. Talking about he ballin', watch this. Started let me too quick. Went to Oakland with a few. Took 'em all you break. Dip. Yeah. Imagine what I paid for the rollie. Still from the police. 24 carats on my Kobe. Yeah. That for the homies.
I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to balling. I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my ends.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And off we go from Cleveland. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Watch him now, Barney.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, Got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mayfield looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there of 22. They go play action here on first down. It's caught to Charles. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Mayfield, that's taken in by Callaway. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll try and sneak it here. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Baker Mayfield scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Tyler Lockett now with the return. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. 60 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. Janikowski adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Charles, let's discuss the Browns right now as their offense takes the field again. They've won 2 straight.
Break them up.
They're at 4-6-1. I don't think we're ready to put them in the playoff picture just yet, but this is a pretty good football team.
I think you're exactly right. We won't put them in the playoff picture, but do you want to play them right now?
No.
You really don't, because they still carry that stigma of you lost to the Browns, but you're also facing a pretty darn good football team. Last few drafts have been good. Picked up some key free agents. Organization is better. They made the change of head coach and offensive coordinator a few weeks ago. I think that's galvanized this team. Quarterback Baker Mayfield has seized this ball club, and they're playing really well right now.
Back-to-back victories for the first time in 65 games, the longest stretch in NFL history. They're on the right track.
Yeah, amazing.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Steps away. And now a fumble. The ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now on second down. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Flush to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's third down. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because he just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it this time. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. On third down, Mayfield. He's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Second down, Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Yeah, he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
Lucky 56. Over.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle takes a field again here, let's look at what they've done recently. 2 straight wins. Now they're at 6-5. And a lot of people were talking, hey, rebuilding year for the Seahawks. This doesn't look like a rebuilding year.
No, it certainly does not. And think about what they have on their schedule now that they're on this little bit of a run. Because we talked about them in preseason. Had a little inkling, didn't we? That this could be the type of team that Pete Carroll would like to coach, and he certainly has it now. Down the stretch, 4 of the last 5 games at home, 2 games against San Francisco, 1 against Arizona, and they also get Minnesota and Kansas City at home in primetime games. And there's one thing we know. Russell Wilson is a primetime quarterback. Got to like Seattle's chances down the stretch.
Yeah, you had their game last week, that win over Carolina. You were glowing when talking about their quarterback, Russell Wilson.
All they've talked about is getting back to running the football, and they've done that pretty darn well. But when it's all said and done, everything flows through number 3. And he made the game-winning plays at Carolina, and I expect him to do the same as the season concludes.
Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Wilson on 2nd down, being chased out left. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. More from Cleveland after this. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ray Armstrong able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
A first down throw from Mayfield. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on the running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. but he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Now, check. Patriot!
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Leopard!
From the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
On first down, Wilson steps away to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Janikowski bangs it through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Check 50, check 50. Let's go, 14.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's got the tight end, Vanette. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now it's Carson, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. To throw is Wilson. He's got Lockett, and he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man, it's Burnett. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now they'll run it on the toss. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Escaping the pressure right. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson, 36 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Fielded about a yard deep. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Mayfield to throw it. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Look at the spin. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here's Mayfield. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Now this time he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Charles. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Johnson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Mayfield looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Well, after that stop, you know that 3rd down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
They'll go with a keeper. And able to follow his center and pick up the first. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. In for the score. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Lockett the return. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen with Davis. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send them after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. He's back to throw. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Wilson buying time to his left. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So there's the spike as it comes with 23 seconds to go. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Janikowski good with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Out to kick is Janikowski. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they are going to